I know who I want to take me. I know who I want to take me. It's the chef. It's the chef. WTF? This may be the silliest bug I've ever found. And it gives my life a whole new burst of meaning.
Alright, I'm all prepped up and I'm already late, so hello everyone, how you doing? God! Work sucks. I hate work. Why does work exist? They should get rid of work for everyone forever. That is my opinion. Hi everyone, it's me. Hello, I'm back. I think there's still an ad playing. Yeah, 11 seconds. Give 11 seconds for the scrubs to get out the ad, so... Work more like bad. So true, so real.
I found a new reason to be a bird. Behold my terror-inducing duplication chaos skills.
Please stop doing that, it's really annoying. Oh... Okay, so Fuck. So before we get started, right, my boss has decided he wants me to work in the post office, right? I'm not sure if anyone here has ever worked in a post office, but it sucks. God, why is this? Why do people have to send so much stuff? Like, we live in the year of our Lord 2024. Just order it off of fucking Amazon. I don't care. Just stop posting things. I don't know how any of this works. Stop posting things. Stop giving me things to post. Ah! Hate it. About the best we can get to union government ties. Well, lucky fucking you. Aren't you lucky? Fucking I don't get a union or government ties. I just get the same wages as if I was stocking shelves. Which is a much easier fucking job, so... Anyway, that's why I'm late, because fucking... Basically, this is my second day of training, and the woman who's training me had me do, like, the full day, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so everything took like 5 times longer than usual, and I don't fucking know. Need to find another job. I don't think this job's for me if this is what I'm gonna be doing. Anyway, let's play some Disco Elysium, shall we? If you weren't here last time, we did a roundhouse.
So post some shelves to New York by accident and explain that you got confused.
Last time we spin kicked a man in the face and then spoke to a walrus. Pretty average day, so let's get going. Where are you going? I want you to go down this staircase. Why would we not go down this staircase, you motherfucker? Go down the staircase. Okay, I'll click it. No, be fair, no, right? Was it really a man? I thought it was a racist. I mean... Fair enough. I mean, men can be racist. A majority of men, I would say, are racist. Which may be a bold stance, but I'm gonna say it. Men's like, okay, it's not just men though. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. As you can see, I'm wearing my I'm styling in my police jacket and my weird glasses that I found. Look at me. Oh, he's gone back up. Let's speak to him again, see if he kills me.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
Can't be a man if you're not a real person. Racists aren't people. Not really. Not in any way that matters.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little. Hey you. How you doing?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there.
AKA I got my
Talk
shit
to the
rocked
boss
so
man
hard I'm in a
too,
neck brace, please
probably.
leave me alone.
It was nice. Labour Utopia, not approvingly. Complete shit. Labour Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adoring his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Everett said you had a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Okay. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all the working men.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in, this jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything I know you should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Oh, a hat for Snowflake, what you got for me? Fair enough. There you go. I'm pretty sure I already had one of these somewhere, but... That's weird. For some reason my... one sec, let me just reload this page, because for some reason it thinks I'm still offline. Yep, there you go, that's better. That scared me for a second.
Yay, void time.
Welcome to the Void, gang! No, that's the pet thing. Hat for Snowflake. Browse. That one. Okay. Bonk. Is it the wrong way around? I think it is.
Worker solidarity forever, comrades.
There we go. Okay. I've really got to make it so that the TTS was always up again, because I keep going to do that. I keep having guests which require me to put the bird down. So,
You cannot put down the working bird.
it's true, she'll put herself down. There you go. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The merc was hanged with a very specific kind of cargo belt.
Worker solidarity until I get my raise.
One more often used in heavy transfer areas, for example, harbors.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
1 sec. Oh, fuck, sorry. Wait, so it's not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
Sure.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Oh, based, so like a worker co-op. Hell yeah.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
I don't think that's what communism is, but sure, I'll buy it.
Based.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Right on, brother.
Just the way the world works, boyadero.
The boss man, Everard, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail, anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
It does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
I like this guy. This guy's cool.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
This man has political theory. He sure does. You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
So true, I agree. I love having command of my time.
It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I am Borodero?
No.
No? Okay. I could.
No.
Okay.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Good talking, you gotta run. Just...
Hey. Psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Ooh. Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is You've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
When did I do that? I don't remember doing that. How come there's a word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying any of those things. Literally murder all human beings regardless of their beliefs. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what is this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Have you considered that you shouldn't have taken those pills?
Wait, firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Well, I guess we'll do communism. This. Let's see, what's this one? It's -2 visual calculus. I don't want that. I so need my visual calculus. It's important to me. Sven, would you want to come on stream? Are you ready to come on stream? You need to be here. I need your ability to examine fucking what you call it? Shit. Cool. I'm calling you. Am I alright to call you? Can I call you? I need Sven here because he's good at politics, so. Hello, Sven.
Hello.
You're good at politics.
What?
I need you to decide if communism is a good idea or not.
What year is it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What? What's happening?
Is communism a good idea? Tell me.
I don't know! Tell me what the fuck is up!
I need to know if communism's good.
What, in a vacuum?
Yeah, sure, in a vacuum. Why not?
It's probably a good idea, yeah.
Yeah,
it's alright.
You think we should do communism?
Probably.
Yeah, we'll go do communism, okay?
Sven? What does Sven know of communism? You have Snowflake the Liberator already right here. Kill 'em all.
What's wrong, Sven? Do you not understand communism?
I don't... Are you mad at me? What is happening? What's happening? I haven't been here like all day.
It's fine. How you doing? How was the clinic?
Pretty good. The work went well too.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Was
you
all
worked
right.
today as well, yeah.
Ah, of course.
Did they give you any drugs at the clinic?
What? No.
No? Oh, that's a shame. You've read them notes.
A colourful
Have I
display
the
of
manifesto? I have
Then
not.
I'm obliged to inform you that both
Okay, yeah, I didn't have enough for cigarettes yet.
Drugs are bad for you. Don't take them. Are you just on the? Are you just on a quest for cigarettes?
I mean, it's one of my quests.
Jody,
Yeah.
how long have you been alive?
22 minutes.
Oh, did you literally just go live?
I did, yes.
Oh, I thought you'd been live for a while.
No,
Alright.
I got...
No, then it's not that bad. I hate to be the bearer of bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
You have spelled walrus wrong.
I know I spelt Walrus wrong.
You see, it says walrus.
I spelt Walrus wrong, then I couldn't be bothered to correct it, so...
Okay. So you got off work late? Well, I also got off work late.
Yeah,
Let's
I
cook
got off
dinner.
work 36 minutes late, because the post office is hard. I don't know.
Oh, you work in the post office?
I am, yeah.
Was it fun?
No.
Oh.
I wish I didn't have to work there. I'm not good at mathematics or dealing with people, and those are the two things you have to do in the post office.
Ah,
all around you. Rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
wow.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
This man is not okay.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city
This is
shivers
depressing.
around
Can you play Subway Runners on Sven's head?
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea
Dr.
fort
Jonathan
crumble
Warris is a
on an
child
inlet
physician in
beyond
Los
the Bay of
Angeles,
Revachol.
California, who
Ghosts
specializes in
rise
care for
into the sky.
transgender and gender non-conforming youth, HIV prevention for adolescents and young adults, and LGBTQ health for youth.
Good for Mr. Walrus. I might turn off the TTS because y'all keep speaking over the dialogue, which is kind of the most of the game.
Did you seriously just talk during independent reading time? Cool.
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
Me when I know
Will you ever
French.
go there?
La Delta.
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Exclamation mark, say no. Please. Don't. My one and only
Okay, if you
outlet. My
do
one
that,
and
I
only
will
outlet
definitely
for truest
fucking
chaos.
turn it off. Do not do the double thing.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
And beyond that,
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbour. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
what's across the distributary?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off.
Just
into
keep
the rain.
asking what's beyond there, like a fucking... Like a
And then-
child going, what? And then what? And then what?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river.
What's in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost
A,
long ago.
B, C, D,
Clotheslines go
E,
to waste
F,
in the rain.
G, H,
Radios
I,
play.
J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V,
Chat, I think
W,
you're about to lose
X,
bird
Y,
privileges.
and Z. Now I know my Arabic numerals.
The news at noon.
And it closed it here.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Filthy water pools around a body. Droplets of rain slip from the
You just
dead
seriously
man's
blow her up
cold
during independent reading
cheeks.
time?
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming
How's it going?
down
It's
their
going well, thank you.
windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings
See you later, Maven.
as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Where the hood adds?
Amazing.
I have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shudder. Look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock,
I like to imagine
a
Kim's just
repurposed
looking at me like, what is he
stands
doing?
perched
I mean, that's what he's
above
been
the
doing the
motorway
whole
exit.
game.
That's true.
Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Can I get a quick primer on like the political situation of this place? Because I forgot.
Yeah, me too. There's striking workers.
I mean, it has a middle class, so clearly communism isn't like happening currently.
Communism is never happening, not anywhere.
A middle class implies that there is more than one class, which is a problem.
Which is a problem. I guess we'll perform the field autopsy before we call it a day. Let's go.
What?
What?
What do you mean that corpse is still there?
Of course it is. Where else would
It's
it
been
go?
like 3 days!
You have to perform the field autopsy,
Rotting
Sven.
man lies
He's
on
in the
his side
rain!
with his eyes looking straight through
I don't
you.
give a shit.
The belt is still
This
around
crime
his
scene
neck.
is fucked!
His
You're
body is
fucked.
supine, open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay, first, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
For the last time, I have no memory.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit.
I don't
and
think
the
that's
failure
relevant.
of the 38th single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20, was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
This is his Disco is his hyperfixation. He has ADHD.
Capture glove hand. Let's get in there. Actually, appears I have forgotten what field autopsy is.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
He was hung.
A scalpel is not always required.
He might have
I
died
hope this is
beforehand.
one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Okay, let's go.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Okay, where should I take these notes?
But we have the
paperwork,
gloves.
officer. Just fill out the field autopsy form.
Not gonna believe this. I think I've lost my paperwork.
Now they only have one paperwork too.
Shut up!
It's raining.
What
Go
haven't
home.
you lost?
I still have my disco trousers.
Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually. But only if it helps move things along.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lost everything.
Yes, well...
It's okay to cry, Runkari.
Let's work off of yours for now.
How many languages do you know the F slur in?
Wait, is this all been the F slur?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think this is just the F. No actual languages, as far as I know. It's just.
Should I work
Yeah.
off of his or should I just go find mine?
What do you want to do?
Let's go find mine.
As you say the words, you find yourself peering from the corner of your eye. To where? To the west.
What was there?
A trash container, yellow and capsule-like, lying in the corner of the yard.
Well, that'd be
I guess you've got to
Yes.
start finding at least some of the things you've lost, before they hurt someone. We should locate your ledger, then hurry back to the autopsy as soon as
Did you
possible.
find your gun yet?
I think that Walrus has it. Okay.
Did you find your badge yet?
Shut up!
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's an eccentric perception, whereas in the whole special significance.
I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here.
He's being sarcastic. Do not ask what the remote viewers division is.
What's the remote viewers division?
All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the force.
What kind of extra natural abilities do they possess?
None, because they don't exist.
Oh, okay. I'm so disappointed now. Well, there was a remote viewers division.
There isn't. But we should still access this container.
How do we get this lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Pry bar. Okay, fine. Fine.
Violence! Indiscriminate violence!
I love indiscriminate violence. It's my favorite thing ever.
Do you think the people living in this town ever get annoyed by the horn?
I don't think that's actually there.
They step out onto the
help
square
you.
and it goes. Wah, wah, wah.
Is that trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
What all this feeling is?
Prod at him.
No,
and
it doesn't.
find out.
Yeah. This doesn't seem callous to guarding your leftovers from the poor.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government.
Why did that say
Mazov is
11?
considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or
That says
Mazovianism.
11, but he said 9-day. The fucking.
Oh.
Maybe I am?
Is
What are
he?
we talking
Is he
about?
like Marx?
It is not
This
about the
is
trash
fucking
container.
No, wait. We're still put there. What if I am?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later
No,
time,
hold on. Let him
officer.
cook. What if
It
I was
about the
Marx? What if I
trash
am Karl
container.
Marx?
We need those keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It
Hell
contains the
yeah.
keys. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
God, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
I saw a sign that said the missile was reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 1600 hours. The sign says reserved starting 1600 hours. Why is there anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Why is that?
They probably fucking killed that guy or something. And that's
What a good line to read. They probably fucking killed that guy or something, that's why.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Okay.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Is this game anti-union?
I don't think so.
This game doesn't seem to have like a great portrayal of unions. I guess. I mean, I suppose it's accurate.
Alright, see you later, time action. Sure.
This trash container
Yes.
with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is. But you won't like it.
Open.
Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yeah.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Good. Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the rags.
Yummy.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
Remember,
A
Jody.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food
remember
waste,
what?
dripping
Remember,
with
Jody.
pus.
If you see someone with a belt, shoot them on sight.
Good idea.
This is the military type overgarment.
Actually, you don't have a gun. You can't even do that.
Yeah.
Find
This
your
is
gun.
the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that,
A thrown out
So
towel. and
was the
mug
guy
was-
undercover?
We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
I see. You think some for the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked
Shoot them
and
just in
this
case.
establishment had the key. It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
a
right.
small loose thread.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them here.
Fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're
You're
an
12!
something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
I'm gonna search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands.
Ugh.
Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the
Oh, I don't
occasional
like that.
chicken bone
I'm
thrown
wearing
in for
gloves,
good
it's
measure.
fine.
But hey,
Yeah, well,
nothing.
that helps.
It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny.
Badge?
Looks like the corner of something. Something
Badge?
larger. A clipboard.
It's my ledger.
A blue plastic
Ah,
clipboard with
yeah.
moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Looks like we found your paperwork.
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it. The great bloodletting to begin.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore, so I throw it away. Some for the wording chest from the chest, maybe? Ah, no, it's boring. What should I pick?
I think 3 is an interesting one, right?
Sure.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
His eyes
Oh, come on,
expressing
Kim, work
real
with me here.
condolence. Then he picks it up.
No, see, he understands.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
Okay.
Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out
Unexpected
a broken mug
item
with
in
an oddly
bagging area.
racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in
Oh.
saffron.
Why is there a racist mug in this?
Only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's a cool container.
It is, yeah.
You're round.
Okay.
Did you get this man his borscht yet?
I have not, no.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, legend. Ooh.
Priority
It's the
number
legend
1.
found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yeah.
You threw it into the toilet.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper.
You threw it in the
Desperately
toilet.
sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Okay.
Threw himself in
Below
the toilet.
pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Spat the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better.
Spat the
But only
clip.
An
marginally.
aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Ken, isn't this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Oh.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
You mentioned the headlights you're cleaning?
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This
That-
means you can read
It's
the
weirdly
watermark
specific, sure.
if you just turn the lights on.
Okay,
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Okay, browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol,
That makes
and
sense.
covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Okay.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Okay, so it seems like I was at some point a good cop.
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Oh, that's quite a lot of cases. Is two cases a week a good case, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to be my low, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I complete them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I burnt out, alright.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in block capitals too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Do you think he solved that one?
I don't think so.
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? No, you don't. You're a human measuring instrument, almost entirely intellectual. It's going to take effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done.
Who am I?
Once you're done,
Oh god, the
inspecting
internal
them
dialogues are
up close.
fighting.
Yeah, because my cases employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean non-numeric ones with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
What is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have a case named The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. It was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I
He's a
pray
real
his
one.
loved
Yeah.
ones never find out.
He's a real one.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
That makes sense. I have to open official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage.
Ah, that's
The
good.
checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one, please?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
Oh.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily.
I feel bad
it's
taking his
almost
pen
robotically
now.
simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Press that 1-2 row finish.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done, and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a
That's
detective
true.
of the
This is
citizen's
so
militia.
true.
Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
What do you think, Sven? Shit on a stick.
Kind of like the Hanged Man.
The Furies that tome in the mirror. Isn't that like the first thing I saw at the start of the game?
I think so, yeah.
Let's go with the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Pray that no one else hangs themselves,
I know.
right?
Done expecting
You
this.
don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What kind of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy
that's
forms.
what we need.
Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Oof. Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not
Xavier.
appearing.
Field autopsy.
Is that how you pronounce your name?
Pages of thin copy paper, bright red in
no.
color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be
That's how
filled
I'd
in.
pronounce it.
Age, sex,
That's a smart
condition
name,
of
I like it.
internal organs.
Kim, look, field autopsy.
Good.
I did it! I did
I
it!
can return to the dead body. By now it smells exquisite.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers,
guess
interview
it- yeah, it
requests
goes
for
fine,
bad
thank you.
guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4
Noted.
size board
We can
feels
bonk
thick
someone.
and heavy in your hand.
Nice.
Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM.
We see the colour was.
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
What? Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, you four sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of
It's
the
not Steven
experience.
Universe, you
This
piece of
base
shit.
surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat. The stuff
Oh.
of death itself.
Me when I
then
mention
sprinkled
any
liberally
fucking rock.
with
And when
citrus
me
zest
mention a
of toilet
fucking
cleaner.
stone. Go read the case files now.
It's proving to
You
be
kidding
harder
me?
than expected.
That was a
You just don't have the
fucking-
intellectual rigor to patch the quilt
That was a
back together.
72%.
Try again later.
Skill issue.
Okay, can I open the hidden compartment?
Is not
Nah,
what you
fuck.
end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes
Like
over
the
you.
interfacing port
For
for
a
it.
moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you wonder, why? It's unjust. That's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Okay. And I've got a racist mug, apparently. That's good to know.
How the fuck do you write like 300 lines of prose on a fucking clipboard?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
Wait.
Look at that portrait. That's Harry opening that fucking ledger.
Okay. Let's go to our fucking... Let's do our autopsy.
The rotting man.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Okay.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Okay, begin. 1, assistant.
That's you.
Which name do I pick, Sven?
Stick to it.
Okay.
Stick to it.
No, I'm gonna be Harry Dubois.
Oh, okay.
the corpse is
That's my
indifferent to
name.
your scribblings.
I should not
Personal
lie
lies
on
there.
official
The
paperwork.
next box says,
Now that I know what my...
Oh, was that for paperwork? I thought you were just saying it to the guy.
No, I'm filling out paperwork. I should not lie about my name on this official paperwork. Now that I know
sorry.
what it is. Coroner's case. no.
KK57 0803 dot 0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
I could say that, but so do
You
I know
have-
when I arrived?
You have no clue.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
I have no idea.
I do. KK57 0503 0815.
Let's
Just do that. Let's do that.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write down 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky!
Male.
Go home.
Pigs can have sex.
Right, pigs can have sex. Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57 0503 0815 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Well, you did shoot him down.
Sure.
Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Excuse me?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied.
What the fuck is
This
going
was
on?
a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
What were you expecting me to fuck the corpse?
It's police tradition, you know.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
What should I do, Sven? Should I give in and keep the
Don't
boots?
steal this man's boots. Come on.
I would steal a dead man's boots. Okay, fine. I'll write it down.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.
It's got evidence on it,
One
Sven.
below. Dot. 1 below.
Ow.
The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters.
Ow.
There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse. No. Write it down. Short, light brown, male band baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Google doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
I'm sorry, Kuno.
In addition,
You've been here for
there
3
are
days,
bite
leave.
marks on the face, scalp, and chest.
Wait, bite
consistent with
marks?
predation.
Right down, but I meant for eyeballs, no.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produced a small folding knife with the other hand pulling on the belt. It starts cutting into polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Let's go get them.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Fucking corpse. There's nothing I hate more than corpse.
Hey Gwen, you do tarot readings, right?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head what the hanged man means?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work?
I don't know, he felt pretty protective with that pen.
Handles are long and sleek. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Trapped self-limiting. Well, that's completely different from the fucking Google page that I got. Glad I checked.
Versus detachment, apathy, disinterest.
Okay, but yeah.
I should get Gwen to teach me tarot at some point. I could do on stream.
The
That'd be
rotting
cool.
man.
Ooh,
the lieutenant
that's a fun
adjusts
one.
his
Yeah.
glasses and takes a deep breath.
Now that we have the chain guns, let's cut the belt.
Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
What is your problem?
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yeah, so good as... No, I'm not going to say that.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower
Okay,
arranger.
that's put up
Two
my...
cuts, and it should come loose.
Okay.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters.
Thank God you
into
didn't
the
cut his
neck
goddamn head off.
I know.
You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut, and the belt falls apart
we allowed to
like a
post
flower
links?
bouquet, revealing
No.
the dead man's neck and
Unless
the dark red ligature
you
mark
tell me what it
around
is first. The bot's not going to go mad, I might.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Oh no.
Kuno, shut up. No.
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present.
Look at this
around the
fucker,
crotch.
the uneven testicles, what an idiot.
Everyone's got uneven testicles. That's the whole point.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Last item, hands.
The hand feels heavy, filled with...
I'm glad they're still wearing these
liquids,
gloves.
like it's ready to explode if squeezed hard enough.
Okay, well, don't squeeze his
You're
hand.
suddenly repulsed. So much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
We're expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
I like how the voice acting changed with him putting his face in the sleeve of his jacket.
It's very good.
It was.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Sure.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very forward to compliments in his blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips,
dinner yet.
black and viscous.
I have, and I'm loving it.
I just saw the thing you fucking sent me. I'm putting that on screen 1 second. 1 second.
This is a thing that QWERTY wanted to post.
I just had this Calypso. It's fucking minging.
It's a video actually. If you open the link.
Oh, is it?
It's voice acted.
It's
and everything.
voice acted. I thought it was just fucking a picture.
Remember when I came to London and I bought a Calypso?
If only you had fucking. Why didn't you tell me it was a video?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Why did? 1 sec. Fucking. Okay, it's the same fucking. I'm just gonna put the picture back up because it's the same image but it's voice acted.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. It's minging. It's fucking minging. I love that video. Right.
Yeah, jack that fucker off.
What, on the neck? You fucking 12-year-old. You don't know what the fuck a penis is.
You don't even know what that means.
Fuck up. I'm gonna kill this kid. I'm gonna. Okay, while I'm killing this kid, I'm gonna put up London so you can't see me do it. Okay, he's dead now.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
I should have pointed the gun at him when I had the chance.
His corpse is fucking minging.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his.
Oh, we shouldn't do that. That seems like it's gonna compromise the crime scene.
No, you don't. You can keep it in.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can keep anything in.
Look deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness. Mute silence as always.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist to me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last of the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Should I keep the vola or omit the vola?
Probably omit it.
Okay.
What's next on the list?
Description of injury, summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Bite marks?
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-paid to fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
It's true, he confesses a lot.
At maximum velocity.
He's going to jail! She's fucking dead!
I think we could get Kuno to admit to the murder if we tried hard enough.
What if he did it though? What if he actually did? Like, it's not impossible.
Maximum velocity.
Coagulated
What if he's
blood
playing the
sticks to
fool?
his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next?
Ligature. What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay, ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck. With a gap
I think this one might have killed him.
measuring, let's say 7 centimeters.
That is also possible, actually.
The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
Yay!
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red papers in hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Stop giving her the option to remove his boots.
Minus 3% because I established a probable cause. I'm not gonna be able. I'm not gonna be able. One sec. Can I fucking?
Maybe you should try and take off his boots.
Perception. I could
What if there actually is something in his boots?
No, that did not improve my chances. I can ask him again who he is.
Let's see.
The fish lips stay
Fuck!
silent in response. You must be losing your mind, asking him that over and over.
I told you, he is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Okay, well, 3%. Everyone cross your fingers.
You run your
Yeah, no.
hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs.
Oh, Colonel,
Maybe you should be more
we are so
thorough.
fucked.
Look at his pants again.
The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man. If you've seen it once, you've already got the picture.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I've got a gut feeling there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, we can find a fridge.
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling Rags. And if it's
I don't think he wants that.
If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
So,
What the fuck does a
This is
Beano
one task
man
we
mean?
cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
okay.
Like binoculars?
Sorry?
Like, but what the fuck does Beano man mean? Like
I-
binoculars? Because he's got glasses?
Look, I'm just saying Kuno's very keen to either fuck or get fucked. And that's worrying. I think someone needs to speak to his parents.
That's true.
Can I help you?
Oh, here's your key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could anyone in your staff go put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who has his keys to the crash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
He's not saying something.
Yes.
Yeah. I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
That's the gist of it.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
Why?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into
Understandable.
some kind of carb circus.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
Okay. Asshole.
He's not selling something.
That guy knows everything.
No, he's specifically like literally the only people who, according to him, could be in that trash container or at least have access to the key are like the garbage men, him and his colleague.
Yeah.
And the garbage men weren't there because the trash would have been empty. Why would they leave evidence
Is this
there?
about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I don't know, how are you doing, Compass? Do you
Hello.
have a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
I need to store a corpse here.
You're joking, right?
No.
No, I'm not joking. I need to store the corpse of the hanged man in your fridge.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storage.
Probably right. Plus, the fridge is too small anyway.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ask Kuno then.
Hey, Kuno. Hi.
Sure, I got a fridge, but only if you get fucked.
Yeah, you tell him, Kuno.
You
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah, fuck him up, Kuno. Fucking minging.
Hello, Kuno. Do you have a fridge? Do you miraculously have a fridge?
Hello, small child.
Kuno care?
Kuno, I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing
Thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's
Bacon
the return
Man.
on Kuno's investment?
It's just...
Bacon Man. That's a good name. I like that one.
By killing
Hell,
in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Some arrogant shit thinks they can kill in the Kuno's kingdom. We're asking Kuno first. That sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate's in your hands. Let's make an example of him. How many locate him using the fridge body technology?
Alright, Kuno hears you. See that shit house over there?
He points to the collapsed building with the bookstore.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there, casting a shadow on you.
Yeah, I see it.
You gotta get in that shit. In there deep.
What do you mean in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style. There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
A white bear? A polar bear?
How do I get in the building again?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Beg the book, bitch.
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore. We have to ask the proprietor of the bookstore.
See, the clod gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
Thanks,
you
Kuno.
didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
Uh-huh. Figure out what's going on with this kid. I can do that.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Interesting. How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Act on a chance to separate them.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Okay. That one.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will. There are no
To
guarantees.
the exact
here.
same answer. Maybe it's not though.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other.
Damn.
Not gonna let him do that.
That's it. You let him off the line.
God fucking
That was
know.
a bad, manipulative thing to say. You should understand. I got you this far. I couldn't get you all the way.
Try to fuck my Kuno. Try to fuck
They
my
were both
Kuno
the same.
away.
The last two were both the same thing.
I suppose
though.
reiterating, like, no, really, she's fucking, she's fucking
A
nuts.
chill comes over
Okay.
you, the wind from the boulevard south, lashing you for
Do it
trying
again.
to separate them, for trying to take the street out of Kuno.
Okay,
Kuno does-
whatever. I know, both those answers were the same thing, so...
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I think it was, like, trying to reiterate it, like, sure, everyone's fucked, but she's extra fucked.
Hello.
Hello, we are here to store a dead body.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Hello, Plaisance.
Oh. Welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I can ask her for money. So you the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Oh.
I was told there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Okay.
I think she's just gonna
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets.
That's weird.
Stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
That makes sense.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut.
Pull the curtains open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I've heard there's a fridge in there that I need.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
Okay, so what's in there has a will, and it wants you to enter? This is bad.
Man, this is different. I'm police if I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
What the fuck? I'll open them. I'll do it.
No. Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what he has to say. Lies. Rip them out, say.
Stop fighting!
Mysterious about the curtains.
Stop fighting!
Careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Okay, fine. Let's go talk to her.
I know that's a restraint.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about the curtains? Just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so
Well, that's a
important.
fucking lie.
Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just storage room, then why does it have Sammy's wall protecting it?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
How does the curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress.
Communism.
And bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
I'm a little confused. What does that mean?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy. and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds
Go
familiar.
bankrupt. Ooh.
Strange, I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Seriously, I need to get to the fridge and sell this. Please, man, I have a dead body to take care of.
Did what? Oh my god! A victim of the curse?
No!
The curse has started killing people? It's killing now?
How have you not noticed the corpse that's been there for a week? It's like around back.
Thank you, number. You're right, the curse is worse than ever. That's why you need to let me investigate.
You're right. It's worse than I imagined. We definitely have to contain it now.
Yes, this is your chance. Only a remote viewer can solve this case. This definitely softened her up.
Okay.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I come here to help. I've handled paranormal situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void, a para-detective from a long line of para-detectives.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I admit I've had my fair share of drinks, only because the spectrum is so psychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Siamese blood also runs through me. I'm a void revenant. I have the powers to do better than murder.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Should I get Kim to pipe up?
I mean, that's probably smart.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not been listening close enough. You put him on the spot.
Certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
See, he knows
If
his
you
way in
promise,
the words.
good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Dead by daylight.
Surprised. You know of these things, sire.
The entity, of course. I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You
It's
should
just
go
gonna be
find
Kunoez.
the entity
Yeah.
and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge.
Okay, let's go. This woman's fucking insane. Let's go.
No, you
see
just
a
bullshit
set of
her. That's
tattered
amazing.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Go see silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. The same person with the hand on such a machine.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
Break down the
covered in
door.
Dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms.
Would it not be-
After exerting some force,
Would
you
it-
manage to turn the key.
Sorry?
It's eerily silent. The door slides
the guy
slightly
talk.
open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Would it not be a portrait of a feminine man?
You feel the
Why is it a
tiny
feminine
hairs on the
portrait
back
of a
your
man?
head rise up, as if someone standing.
Is it the
right
art style that
behind you.
makes it feminine?
An
I have no
uneasy
idea.
knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
Open the door and enter. I'm brave. Hi, it's a gym.
Huh.
Wait, I think.
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's go get the
The
flashlight.
lieutenant nods.
I'm not scared. I've decided I don't believe in ghosts. For the purpose of this game, I do not believe in ghosts.
I should talk to the lady. Instead of just running past her out the door immediately.
No. She let me in.
You just see
seconds later.
You just run out the fucking
Inside,
door.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool, a metallic drawer slides out. It's robust, lets you see things in the dark. The pry
I'm
bar
gonna
useful
take the
for
pry
pull-out
bar as
tool.
well.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. But there's only 3 tools, so I might as well take over.
Yeah, he doesn't. You don't seem to have an inventory limit, so.
Is this a point-and-click adventure game? Is this an old point-and-clicker?
The old point and clicker.
The old point-and-clicker. Okay, we have a flashlight. Can we use the flashlight? Tools. Equip this. Help. There we go.
Look at you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, can I lift this?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
Oh my
Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
I don't think you should do that.
Okay, Mr. Trout, there are no collars on this barbell.
The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of boss would just remove collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Should I lift the barbells, Finn?
No!
Oh no, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yep. Amazing.
You manage to hoist it off the ground.
Maybe later.
But the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast. Just an old man with bad form.
Oh.
Yeah.
See? See? This place is cursed.
Well, for weightlifting is the intellectually impaired anyway.
It was never my favorite either. At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
Okay, let's go up here. Always blocked with window panes and debris. Oh, I'm scared, son. I'm scared. Why is there a fucking deer skull?
You know.
Oh, it's a bird. Wild animals stay in the dark. Fucking mounted. Okay, I can see why the woman thought this place was cursed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Ooh, drawers. Yo, there's money.
Money!
There's enough money for cigarettes, baby.
This is like a dungeon, basically. You can just loot whatever you want in here.
Yeah.
I think you...
What the fuck is this?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120. Equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream computer.
What the fuck?
You think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow.
Okay, fine.
You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Is the lieutenant
do it later, right?
scared? Just now when he looked around, the machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Let's play.
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
Let's play.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay, so... we have a bit of tape. We can play it here. Wait, what the fuck did that note on the wall say?
What note on the wall?
Like the thing you inspected.
Oh, this.
Oh, no, I
This old
meant something
fireplace
else, but
is
yeah.
covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hang on, how do I know what Cajun mosaic tile is supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems.
Oh.
UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So you're doing something medical here.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Wait, who's the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
There's a game, who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The cost of airwidth flow must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
You doing a little meta narrative here, game?
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay, so what's this then?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches,
I
and
see like an
schemes,
elf.
like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Okay, so there really is just a game
Who
studio
are all
down
those
here.
creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine this welkin.
It's
I don't
Father
care.
Hannibal,
Step back.
a high welkin, his face white and
I
scarred
care.
like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Oh, okay.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Whisper, one of them is a Welkin supremacist. Why would Elson so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
I'm so Welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
That's a managed care. Let's move on
Just
from the
look at those
Welkins.
details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Spare the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees
Yeah,
growing
Frostated.
under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Is this like... do you know that Limmy, those Limmy bits where like he does like a fucking call-in get to like fantasy game?
Not really.
No. There's like a famous one that everyone's seen where he's fucking... There's like, kill Jester. I want to kill the Jester. It's very funny. This reminds me of that.
Glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden.
So you're telling me he
Albeit
did
dark and
like a
cold,
D&D
this
campaign
vision
with
also
Colin?
feels cozy in its own
Yeah,
way,
but it's a bit... He
like
didn't actually do it.
or
Okay, that's
Wolfie,
really cool, actually. I like
much-needed
that.
respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Expect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Epic post-noon bunny streams I can watch. Yes, I have a job now that lasts 9 to 5, so I have to stream later in the day.
Minimi stands for a mini
Oh, the
meeting.
streams might be a bit
It's
shorter.
part of a
because,
bigger
you know.
framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Keep reading. So what happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Expect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and Heat death of the universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Damn. I saw a door over here that I didn't go into.
Yeah.
Oh, I can speak to Kim again. Hey, Kim.
Okay.
Hey,
what do you
Kim.
think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Yeah.
I think it's just failed business.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on regular computers.
Oh, they were trying to make the first video game.
Ah.
Utter madness, he thinks.
True.
As a compliment.
What were they? How they're planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Has anyone ever done that before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
It's perfect. It's you find the ruins of a failed game company. They were trying to make an MMO. Obviously.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with heat death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Yeah, again, you're trying to do a little.
What do you think happens to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Do we have any money? Let's give them money so they can finish.
You have $9.
What should I say? The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it.
Let's finish it.
Yes, especially in here. Okay, let's keep moving.
That's fun. Yeah, there's a door over here I didn't go into. Still rotor blades featuring the Slipstream logo. Okay.
Is there a staircase on the side?
I don't think so. I can open it. No,
No,
it's
that's
just
just the. That's just the
production
wall.
schedule film memory. Ooh,
Oh.
this is for the fucking.
Uh-oh. We found more game lore.
Tiles on the cube are like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien.
Oh, he's a Luddite, I see.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good evening, Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What are you, machine? Or are you alive? Where's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing up inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Password, I'm really bad at passes. Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't... I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why, are you a machine or you're alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
This...
Wasn't the lady from the bar that the other guy was vouching for called Yvonne?
I don't know.
You think it's the same one?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment.
That's not very nice.
Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a...
Okay, we need to find a password. Let's keep going for now. I'm sure we'll find something later. Oh, look, a polar bear. Oh, it is a polar bear-shaped fridge.
Huh. Why would anyone make this?
Terrifying
I
ice
don't know.
with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This
That's how you
ice
know it's
bear
on.
is a hyper carnivore. Be careful. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Who makes these?
The bear rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Max Kim is a fridge. Is the fridge? Remember?
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Why? It's a clean the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can. Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge.
Oh my god.
The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This does not leave this room.
We're artists and this is our vision. We did the best of means, I suppose.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
What's the
Inside
point
the icy
of
realm
making...
of the ice bear fridge? The
He's been
corpse
there for a week. He's been dead
stands
for a week.
waiting.
Okay, we'll come back later and examine. Let's see what else we got down here.
He's been dead for a week, and also you've moved him to an entirely different location and stuffed him in a fridge. Like, what can you possibly still get
Some
from that?
people need to be in fridges, Finn. Oh, there's a hidden entryway. Oh.
I'm going.
I'm trying to.
Wow, I can understand why this lady did not want to go down here. This place is massive.
Yeah, and horrifying. This one has stuck some blasted guns beneath the ceiling. Oh. This place is massive and terrifying. I don't like it.
It's not too bad.
I've got to find the witch. Where's an ice cream maker that's still running? Huh. What's this?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Okay. See no reason to tamper with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, insane mesh tank top.
Ooh.
Okay. What's that in here? Cellar window. People's feet are shuffling by. Yo, make some ice cream. I don't think I can make some ice cream. I don't think it'd be appropriate for me to make some ice cream. All cups are accessible now. Oh, this will be the
A thick
furnace.
layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Put the body in it.
Pitch black.
No.
Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Yell hello into the furnace.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay. Let's leave.
You'll ruin the element of surprise.
See
It's
what's
the
up here.
murderer.
I don't think it's the murderer. Oh, that leads out here. Okay, fair enough. Kind of gone through that stuff, I guess not.
Please tell me that door has always been open.
No, I think it was probably boarded up because there's boards over it. So. Okay. Tries to eavesdrop anyway. I don't think I can eavesdrop. That wasn't an option I had.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace,
Yeah,
coloring it pitch
I
black.
can only yell. I'll come back, Gwen.
Hello.
Okay, how do we get upstairs then? Oh. Aha!
Actually, that is kind of weird
An
because this
iron
part
safety curtain
is
curves before
abandoned.
your eyes,
Yeah.
folded like a bellows. It covers half the room.
Okay, so
blocking
this
the
will be
way
where the witch
into
is then.
a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Okay. What's this? Shoes in a puddle of melting snow.
No, that
As
means
before,
someone's in here.
This is direct. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it harder.
Still nothing.
Knock even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy.
Ow.
Did you just die?
Hurts.
No, I took one
There
damage.
must be another way to wake up whoever is in there.
Okay, so he wants...
Knocks on a door and then has a heart attack.
Okay. I can't take any more damage because I got 1 health and no fucking healing, so... I should go get some cigarettes.
Did the cigarettes heal you?
Probably.
A thick layer of cold dust covers them. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
You've awakened the entity.
Hello, you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Okay. Why did you call me officer as if you're not also an officer? Oh, that was easy. I probably should have done that to start with instead of breaking my fist.
Perhaps. If you're listening to me.
Shut up. Oh. Oh, it's an artist of some sort. Oh no, it's not an artist, it's a gamer!
Oh no.
Oh no. Hello.
Hello. I'm Nia.
Okay.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her.
I think you and Kim are the same rank, right?
I have no idea.
I suppose we don't really know what rank Harry is.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Do I want some dice, Finn?
I don't know.
Sure.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set.
I
Unless
can't.
you want some. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
What do you know about the man who was the lynch behind the Whirling Rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant...
There's no fucking malignant entity, it's just a dice
The
maker.
lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
And you never took your eyes off your work to look out your window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Is she saying this because it's night, or is she implying that the murder took place at night, which is something that she wouldn't know?
I mean, Kim did say last Sunday night, so.
Oh, okay. Did he say that?
He did, yes.
Do we know that?
Anything
I
else?
guess we know a time of death.
Yeah. What's this place, anyway?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
Why does it have a window?
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
How this place cursed, you know, people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain what happened to all the other companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Peston's the one who sent me. She's convinced this place is swimming malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Let's see. This is by some strikes into your level for even though.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
No. This waitress just took off and the customers have trouble paying bills. No, that's just me.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demon.
I don't think she's in cahoots with the demon.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Yes.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her identity.
Fuck up, she's not
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I'm starting to see there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially.
Fucking hate them.
Working with rare materials and a steady pay.
Fuck the dice.
Role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items. She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Do you know what happened to the other 10? 7 else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
God, so true.
Experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
What's wrong about experimenting? Customers should be not open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair.
I guess it just
An answer A, answer B, be racist.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Who is Atomit?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
That's how Kuno needs a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Wait.
Yeah?
She heard him yell from the backyard despite wearing those headphones. Clearly, she could have noticed people hanging a dead body, right?
How did that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
That'd be madness.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's with the broken window?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day.
Oh.
What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
Don't know what
What's
that
a
is.
snuff milieu?
Thank you,
Trust
Encyclopedia.
me, you don't want to know.
Okay.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
It's a shame about those windows. I'm not going to ask about the movie.
Yeah, don't.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
And Gadson took out the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
What's the rotorblade and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just the props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one.
Yo!
Wait,
For fuck's
forget
sake.
it would take too long.
Oh, I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Weirdos. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Well, I seen the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
This is every D&D group.
In the
It's
end,
true.
they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to.
Yeah, we can
produce
only work
something
once a month,
truly
sorry.
historic and to show up to work on time.
It's too bad I was supporting the project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Damn, she rolled a natural 1.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
snowfall.
Anything else?
There's a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what were the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
That does sound like a good marketing idea, actually.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
No.
Sounds like she really doesn't know how to be a female ally. Rita does the same thing.
It's true. You should learn how to support your other women, don't bring them down.
I have. Go way to fucking mansplain that one.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
The bear. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Sure the bear was doing his best.
Maybe. Because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool. Scary. But cool.
Very cool. I don't want to hear a bears anymore. Let's move on.
I totally understand. Anything else?
Actually, I had other questions.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I think that's it. Okay, we should go do something about that fridge. Maybe I should unplug the ice cream maker. Maybe that'll make maybe that'll make the fridge work a bit better.
That would make sense. Alright, so what wire is going to what thing?
I think it told me before. Okay, here we go.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to something close to you, dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like the red one. Don't unplug. I just do things any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
I mean, I feel like I had a good reason.
That seems like a good idea, yeah.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Okay.
This game is ceaseless in wanting you to remove that guy's boots.
I kind of want to remove those boots. It would be nice to have those boots.
Leave him in there for a bit. Maybe they will get unstuck. Maybe they will unfuse with his leg.
Oh, right, the handwritten note from the fridge was
note
sent.
is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
The note says, "For the love of God, don't unplug the ice cream maker."
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Okay. Quickly, we gotta get back in there now. The ice cream maker. Give me the filament memory.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip.
I have a pry bar.
A pry bar would
Thank
no.
God.
This is going to need something else.
Oh.
Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going...
Okay, yeah, shut up. Okay.
Very funny. That's a funny way of tutorializing something.
This orange machine is dead still.
Oh my fucking
it has
god.
a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an
Don't do
freezer.
it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
I definitely
that crank is going to slip, hit you in the face, and you're gonna die of a heart attack.
I need I need to find a super pry bar somewhere. I don't
Ask
think
him,
I
maybe
have
he has
the-
a super. Maybe he has a super pry bar in his car.
It does not.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. It's late at night. Maybe we should try
yeah.
going to bed. Oh.
Don't you need to do like a debrief?
Yeah.
Oh, the people are here.
The people are here. This town is busting.
It's not that buzzing.
It's not that busting. I think it's time to call it a day. Maybe I'll heal if I sleep. Hello? Can I please get into my room?
Is it your room?
Yeah, this is my room. Look at it. Of course, this is my room.
I mean, I know, but like, you haven't paid your tab for like 3 days.
Do I need to pay my tab before I can sleep?
I don't know.
Okay, let's fucking talk to the guy.
Can I help you?
About the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much are you?
Actually, let's talk about something else.
Yeah. Like what?
Yes?
Let's talk about you.
Me? I don't
Yes,
see
you.
how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, work together we have more report.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses?
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this.
Oh.
But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Don't look like other people around you. That's
Good.
I don't want to say any
You appear to be a different race from us.
From us ham sandwich people. Like, let's go. Come on, there's got to be some way into the room. Let's
Do you
wait.
have a key?
I mean, I did have a key.
Did you lose the key?
I don't see why I would have lost the key.
Well, you don't seem to have it anymore either.
I don't have enough points for a level up. Let's go to the building. Maybe I can get him through the smashed window. This.
I think he had it fixed.
Yes?
I can't get into my room, Kim.
How?
I don't know how to do it.
How do I end the day? Like, it's like. One sec, let me look at my tasks.
Maybe you're not supposed to.
End of day debrief. Okay, it's another like hour. Right? Yeah, so maybe I
You
can't.
could go down. I mean, you could go through those doors now. They were previously closed, right?
That's true.
Maybe talk to some people here.
I don't like these people.
Okay.
We got over here. I'm a spice and alcohol in the air.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Ah, blue, the color of evil.
You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The door does not budge. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
I wonder where the store leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's about the word Rasmus sang about this place maybe one there.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered.
He is such a bro.
He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Yes.
Gart is the person to ask about this.
It's true, I do love annoying Gart. Hey Gart, tell me
Hey guys!
I'm back again without the money.
I am here
Can I
once
help
again,
you?
not to pay off my tab. Oh, he doesn't actually.
Another thing. Great. I love that.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Okay.
I mean, Frit then.
Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweet, look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer.
Oh.
With your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street.
That's
but
nice.
I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a show. You like to roll with me. You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me to mention the chat. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Sweetie's need money. Does Sweetie's get money? For some reason, I'm considering this one.
Please don't.
I'm kind of pathetic.
He really is.
Of course, dear.
Who's this guy? I can talk to this guy.
Yeah, go tell him, Kim.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. It's drink
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Maybe later.
Maybe later? What is this? Casual Friday? What's with the lackadaisical laxman attitude? You used to be passionate about getting your drink on. Show me you're still young. Show me you have the fire in you. Lick that stain off the counter right now.
I don't want to lick it.
What happened, man? You used to be... Go get your...
He's being peer pressured by his own psyche. That's insane.
It would go well with those cigarettes. That's
Fuck's
a great
sake.
combination.
It's all about money, you know. Gotta spend money to make money. I'm not gonna lick rum off of the counter. I'm not that desperate.
Insane.
So can I like get in there? I guess not.
I don't think so.
I wonder if Frit's still open. I can afford cigarettes now. Look, it's one of my tasks. It's something I've got to do.
Stop spending money on cigarettes. You have a bar tab.
I've literally not spent any money on cigarettes.
Yet.
A colourful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage. Here you go, mister.
Thank you. -1 health. Oh, this is gonna kill
You're gonna
me.
die.
Okay, maybe I should spend some money on some fucking medication.
Maybe you should get a healing item so you can immediately fucking blow it again.
Various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste pharmaceutical.
Okay, here. Okay, here. Okay, here.
Okay, here.
Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thank you. Thank you for your blessing, old clerk.
I am healed.
I'm for Siggy.
I'm not gonna smoke a ciggy.
Well, why'd you buy him?
Just to have them.
In case of emergency.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I need cigarette with the info of the investigation.
Maybe sometimes I feel like taking damage, you know?
It's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Kuno, go home! It's snowing and it's the middle of the night.
There are
Please.
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Oh, that seems
What
important.
do you think you are?
Oh.
A super detective?
Fuck
You're
it.
hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
What kind of boots?
Every worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Damn. Why am I so bad at my job? Why did that hurt so badly?
Inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Hell yeah. That's me being a detective, baby.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Oh.
That should heal morale.
It should. So plate with trace of burn yellow
Be
powder.
still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine.
Oh.
Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
I've heard amphetamines like you're a really good detective.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Yeah, well, he'll get fucked up. God, pig said it looks mummified. Do you think Kuno's on drugs?
No, I think he's just like that.
Okay. There's a half full of rainwater.
Oh, is that the balcony where your coat was?
It is, yeah.
Huh.
Did I take drugs in this fucking shack? Okay.
Honestly, I think you committed the murder, let's be real.
What do you mean?
It's the most likely scenario at this point.
What the single thing?
Some sweet money. That's half a ciggy right there.
Oh, sweet cigarettes. My beloved. It's a box. Oh, hell yeah. And magnesium. Nice.
Right. Now that you've fucked up the crime scene.
I didn't fuck up with the crime scene. I just realized I've not spoken to this person at all.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
They one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Okay.
No! You told
The prospect.
The cities and fuck.
Explain himself. Stop denying it.
Kuno doesn't.
Okay.
I know Kuno doesn't care, Kuno.
Can't believe I failed a fucking 75 roll. Failure is not an option.
It's inevitable, apparently.
Yeah, let's turn the lights on in this thing and fucking see if we can
Yeah.
take a look at the fucking information.
Inside,
It's a blind that lady sitting there.
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
He loves
the
his
dashboard
car.
lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice
That's loud.
comes to life with a whiny growl. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance. Sounds. Two men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window. In the middle of a broken plaza, illuminated in a cone of light, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez at night. Let me see. Right here.
His finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out of the Great Ocean. Seems like a shithole.
No, it does not.
It's like I said, seems nice.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Different rows?
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it is.
Well, the next one.
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
What about that last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3, that's it?
That's it.
Hey Cam, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I feel like it's when I'd apologize all the time. For 18 years I've done this?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Yeah. Do you really think I have any idea?
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases.
Oh goddamn!
Sam
is good. It means finished. You've got, wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good, that's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
I suspect a higher number, honestly. That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
So why was the station so, down on you? You seem to be pretty okay as a cop.
I guess so. I guess it's mainly the drinking that's my downfall.
I suppose.
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Okay. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
You are still wearing those.
For a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page.
Okay. What's this? This is a map. Oh, I don't have a map. Okay. Name.
Right.
Officer profile. Name unknown. Rank unknown. Suicide cop. Apocalypse cop. Sorry cop. Boring cop. I'm a sorry. Why am I so? I'm a communist. 0 fascist. 1 ultra liberal. 0 moralist.
Ultra liberal.
People killed. 3 cases solved. Years in service 18. I mean, you have a pretty good idea for my name.
How does it... Really? The game thinks you don't know your name yet?
I mean, it seems to be Harry Dubois.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to use the shortwave radio to run the numbers. I can do that. We've got like 5 minutes left in the day, let's do that.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Okay. Could you run serial numbers per armor boots?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the... Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service. The crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Alice is this firewalker.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping and marching around the fires.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to
goddammit.
tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line
thank
for you. Yes, hello?
Hello, it's the police questions and questions you about who else did it work. I'm a detective in the wedding ring.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't.
Ah.
Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
But why didn't you call? Didn't the cops find your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What did the Union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
See, maybe there's something else you could tell me about?
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a policeman.
No, I mean, have you seen it's
The law.
missing?
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Oh. Kim doesn't have a uniform. He seems real to me.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Oh.
But I thought
There
the
are
little
officers
square on your
who
back
wear the
means that you're
signature
fucking...
Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun.
You shoot my gun when this happened.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened.
Great. Anything else?
Hey, I found my photographer girl. Have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling?
Well... You tried to jam it down the toilet.
I knew it!
Clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry.
You did
about
throw
that.
it down the toilet after all.
Anything else, detective?
Why did you quit your job at the Whirling Rags?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really
what did I
comfortable
do?
discussing it with you, sir.
No, I think she got like, you know, there was a corpse hanging behind the bar and she didn't want to call the police because of the Union, you know?
Yeah.
There's clearly some tension there.
No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. You saying that it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
I think I got everything I need, thank you.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Oh, I can use it. Damn, I gotta love empathy. Yo, +2 for my inexplicable feminist agenda.
Hell yes.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
The skua? What skua thing?
The stuffed bird. The
Oh.
great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Jesus Christ.
A pitch bird comes coming to me. Why do I end up always screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
So you're telling me I was the one that made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I'd ever seen. And I had seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Wait, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore.
Oh, no.
You've turned
Oh, no.
it into a parody.
You found the karaoke song.
Sorry about the
To
song.
hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
I'm sorry?
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Garrett, it seems like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross the line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
I don't know worries about that. What did I sing beside the oh, I'm looking for a song?
Don't continue
all sorts
this.
of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe can we identify this one particular song?
Which one would that be?
The one that's really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Butchered that right up.
No.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Alright, thanks for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Well, that was interesting.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What's a Copo type?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop, some kind of weapon cop. Sorry, cop. I'm sorry, I'm not.
I mean, it is actually sorry, cop.
I'm sorry you had to monitor me. Cool cop.
No, you're the sorry cop. The
Told
cop
you.
who's sorriest. Let's make it official then.
Oh.
shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
No, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind. Fucking they should be sorry. Should I be a sorry cop or should I fucking say no?
don't know. I feel like the amount of shit that you've apparently done should make you feel sorry.
Okay, but I don't want to be sorry.
Well, then don't listen to me. Why are you asking me?
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe I'm wrong about you then.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. You right, Kim?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cartier man for damages yet.
We should take care of that then.
I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Look, I don't think I have to be sorry. I'm doing my best to make everything right, even though I'm obviously the worst person in the world. Hello.
Can I help you?
I've talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what?
The bird?
What about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
It's a thing to decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
It's a mystery.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it. That bird ain't no symbol of hope. It's a menace. And
Half-Light, stop it!
All right.
You are never useful.
Anything else about me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said he was flattered and it's just bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or?
Please forgive my poor Tom.
About the money?
Yes. Have you got it?
So if we could come to sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed?
$1.
Kim is about to say something. Let him. Should I say that?
I suppose.
Yeah.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hang on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation is going, or is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay. Let's go to the motor carriage then.
Back to the car. Kim loves his car.
I probably could have got all that money today. Oh, hey, Reed. But I just wasn't corrupt enough.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. The silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Thanks, I appreciate your help. Oh, yeah, okay.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay, so pawn shop down by the canal. I'm assuming that's down here somewhere.
I didn't even know you could go down here. It never occurred to me.
Maybe my gun is down here.
Maybe.
Okay, this is flooded down here, so... I can't click this.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Oh.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater
Damn, I am a
at
good
35
cop.
kilometers an hour. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling I might have done this. How did I get here? Because I don't have a car.
How did you get here?
Oh no! Did I do this?
I was thinking more getaway vehicle.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal.
Since people don't really know how that corpse got there, or at least are not telling.
The billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently.
How recently?
Within the past.
Oh no, it was me!
It was you.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What's the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are 2 good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Oh, the Caprice 40.
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, and dressed as strippers.
Why this one?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long.
What now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
I crashed my car.
I may have crashed my car.
He wants to know.
I'm curious about what happened here.
Reckless traffic code.
What kind of car do you think it was?
This one.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
Any idea who it might have been?
Oh.
It's dangerous, but it's someone connected to the murder.
The traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
Should bring this driver to justice.
If we must.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this, the lieutenant consoles himself.
I still feel like it may have been me. Oh yeah, this looks like a pawn shop.
Yeah.
It's got a machine and empty cash register.
Oh.
Rusty walnut plank. Dark film projector. Oh, there's a guy back there. Hello.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
My pawn shop.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Oh, that's me.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
But collection, I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
That's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill.
Okay.
Do not waste it.
Time to buy some ciggies!
To compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant sinners, the windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Like semi-clothes. A fascinating photo of corpse here. Or access.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'm not selling this pen. I'm not selling that. No. Yeah, no, I'm not selling it. Okay.
Want to see this photo of a corpse?
Another time, perhaps.
I'm not gonna sell a photo of corpse to him. I need that for the murder investigation.
Let me take a second picture. He's still stuffed in the fridge.
No, the picture of a corpse I got is him hanging up.
Okay, we can get him back up there.
If you need ciggies more, I don't. I've already got a pack of ciggies. I'm not smoking them because they kill me. I must say, Lieutenant, you could have parked better.
Yeah, right. Is it weird that whenever I see like a place like this, it's just kind of a mess, I get the urge to clean it all?
A little bit. Yeah.
Like, it's public property. It's none of my business.
Put that money in.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well?
Sam the bill's like I hope you choke on it.
No.
You're just sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
Under no circumstances should we let this man drink.
Nope.
Clearly.
Okay, fine. I can enter my
This
room.
is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright.
How romantic.
How romantic.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh
Happy
man,
health.
he looks so devastated.
No.
With that cigarette.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. Then you shot the body down, which was quite the shot.
There's nothing, I was just doing my job.
It enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we missed something, but at least the corpse has been refrigerated. There's still work to be done at the crime scene, though.
He's right. You could smell it. That something is missing, even under the overpowering odor of the corpse.
Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
That's my forte, and like most cops, I understand important communications along the way. The initial interviews, yes, well, we talked to some people.
Including Everard Clare, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's not saying much on the matter, because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Yeah, I'm sure I can get into that more.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
On a different name. I haven't ruined it.
Oh.
Moving on. We didn't talk to the Wild Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running?
Yes.
You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kazarag. It's about the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those heels. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what exactly are our powers, the LCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000, why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can we be sure the rest will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see. Some resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What happens to those who convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
So wait, if I kill someone on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position.
Well, at least the police is like...
Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly.
You know, not completely lawless. That's good.
It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
And who makes these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's just say it was the citizens.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
What is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know them, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt.
Oh no,
Our
centrists.
coalition government is just...
It's the European Union.
They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Well, their symbol.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Who was...
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like them?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion.
That's worse.
Do you?
Yeah. The Stooge are the world's biggest bourgeoisie organization protecting bourgeoisie rights. What do you think, Sven?
Fucking Harry Dubois barely holding back its slur at number 4 there.
I know, right?
Fucking hell.
Men are turning into women.
Oh no!
Two or three are the ones I'm...
Probably a 2 for me.
Yeah.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes are... we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
Dude, the writing, this is so fucking good.
Is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like that?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Hope our investigation will help improve the situation or at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Let us go. Let us go to bed. Fuck this, I go to sleep, I guess.
Can you?
I assume so. What is this?
It's a fucked up tape recorder.
Oh. Empty cassette.
Oh.
Still don't know what this door is. I think
it's another blue door. Just like the one downstairs.
Yeah.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Get in, loser!
Get in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep.
What?
And then sleep doesn't.
True! And then sleep!
Well, I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel, quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh.
Dream sequence.
Maybe this will help me find out what my badge and gun are.
If you have like retrograde amnesia, and you dream, do you dream of the things that you've forgotten or the things that you remember?
I have no idea.
Disco.
Oh. That's me, Harry Dubois.
Are you sure that's you?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Who is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering to you. Tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I left or I was left. I feel like someone would definitely leave Harry before Harry would leave someone.
I don't know, he seems like a completely different person in his drunken stupor, so maybe he did. I have no clue.
Okay, I'm gonna go for this one.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas.
Is this where I am? The
on
Disco
the
Elysium?
surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
I hate this shit factory.
But that didn't solve shit.
I didn't. At least I'm pretty sure my name's Harry now. That's good.
I suppose. I mean, if your limbic system responds to it, I don't know if that means anything, but yeah.
Oh god, what the hell is that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Damn, I was one off.
Damn.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Oh, I should write that one down.
Write what one down?
I've already forgotten.
Okay.
Slow, wet shell man or whatever.
Okay.
For some reason, I call people wet boys now.
Wet boys.
Not even as an insult.
Okay, I think that'll do it for tonight. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you had a fun time. I don't know when I'll be live again. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. But please follow down below if you aren't already. Also down below you'll find my Tumblr, my Discord, where I post every time I go live. Let's see. Ooh. This person's live. I do like this person. Apparently they're a rabbit, but I think they look kind of more like a possum, but you know, I can't judge.
Maybe some sort of hybrid.
Maybe. They're playing Stardew Valley, so go have fun with that, and yeah, I'll be live again in the next couple of days. So thank you everyone for coming. I hope you have a nice rest of your evening. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Say bye, Sven.
Bye.